In this video, I'm going to talk about the importance of proper position when it goes to escaping, especially escaping against somebody who's bigger, right? So I have my friend Danilo here. He's a little bit bigger than me. He can put some weight down on me, and not only that, he can also move well. So when you got somebody who's bigger than you, who can put that pressure down on you and also move well, it's a whole different ball game. But these are, I always want to emphasize, regardless, and a lot of people ask me, what works against a big person in regards to escaping? You know what works against a big person in regards to escaping? Proper timing, proper position. Those are the best things that work. Once somebody settles on you, then it's so much harder. There are things that work, but more often than not, the things that work are because the person gave up some space and you are now able to get proper position and then work proper timing. That's what it is. So let me talk about some proper position. I'm going to give you some examples on different positions, on what proper position is and why it works well. So number one is side control. When someone goes to pass side control, watch all the other videos in this series that I shared, especially to the email subscribers. He goes to pass. Boom, look. Proper position. This is my proper position here. I'm not flat on my back. I'm on my side. I'm covering my face. I'm not out here. If I'm out here, I'm giving him space to get past my arms. I'm here. I'm covering my face. My elbows are in. I'm on my side. And I'm also, like, I'm active shoulders. I'm not angled like this because the reason being is because even if he doesn't have head control on me, if he puts pressure on my top shoulder, he can still flatten me out. A lot of people don't know this, right? So that's a little bonus. They don't do that. You know, high level people do that for sure. But if I control the shoulder game, right? Look, now when he goes to do the same thing, it's hard, right? I need to have my hands in front. I had bad position. So we're here. I control the shoulder game. Now it's much harder. So just kind of come off me for a second. So Daniil's going to back up a little bit. I'm going to show you. Here, it does not need to be a fetal position. We're basically just on the side here. Especially when I'm doing the flat escape there. This works extremely well. So I'm here, like this, blocking. My hands are close to my face. I'm not out here, because if I'm out here, I'm so far away from my face that it gives him the opportunity to possibly find the crossface on me. Also, my shoulder is crunched in a little bit, right? The reason being is if my shoulder's up, if my shoulder's out like this, he can now put pressure on my shoulder, which is a leverage point, and flatten me out without head control. And then he can find the head control. Now I have to do all this fighting on his arm to boom, 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 get all the way back to my side. So when we're working this side control, we're here. Shoulders are like this. Shoulders are not like this. All right, so we go back. And Danilo's bigger than me, right? So when go to flatten me out. At this point, I'm already going to be working to escape. I'm still on my side, so he's working to flatten me out. Oh, I'm already going. I'm already out. Proper position, right? It shouldn't matter how big the person is. Now, okay, people are going to say, well, what if the person outweighs you by 150 pounds and they're on side control, right? You, like Kurt Osiander says, you effed up a long time ago. You should not let that happen, all right? So if he's $150 over me, like 150 pounds more than me, and we end up like that, like lots of times, I don't care how much on the side you are, you're going to get crushed, and you're probably going to get hurt, honestly. You chose the wrong training partner, you competed in the wrong division, knowing that somebody's 150 pounds more than you. I'm not saying you can never win, I'm just saying that you should never let them get that far, right? You don't ever let them get the side control, because the game changes. That's as far as I'm going to go for that particular topic, right? Danilo probably outweighs me about maybe like 40 pounds or so, right? 40, 45, depending on how much I weigh, right? I'm kind of heavy nowadays. But it's more realistic for me. If he outweighed me by 100 pounds, position is just torture, okay? Then we have to work on our transitional escaping. That's very important. And we got to work on getting around the person. So that's side control. Let's talk about mount, right? Mount is different, but it's similar, right? It's different in the sense that, like, I don't need to do all this stuff. I don't need to protect my face and do all these different things. But it's similar in the fact that I don't want to be flat on my back. So when Danilo gets mount on me, immediately I want to be like this. Here, I'm not like this, but I'm like this. My leg is flat. The reason my leg is flat is because now when he goes to get a hook in, he has trouble Most people do this. Now when he goes across his ankles under, I'm not even talking about a grapevine, just cross the ankles. My life is much harder. It's so much harder. If my elbows are not in, right, let's say I have proper position, but my elbows aren't in, he can ride up high. My life is much harder on me. Also, if my elbows are not in, it's easier for him to grab my elbow, let's say they're out, and pull them up and ride up high again. So that's not good for me. So if Danilo comes off now, just like we did before, we're here. I like to get like an L frame. This arm goes on the hip. This arm goes inside either on the knee or inside the thigh. This leg is flat. Pick a side. People are going to say, well, what side's better? I don't care. Whatever side you can get to. Here, like this. We can have one leg up. Because if he gets one leg in, I don't really care too much. But don't let them ever get two in. If they get two in, it's going to be much harder to escape. Now we have to do a lot of different things. We're here, like this. We got our frames. Now, when we go back, we have our frames here, like this. Elbows are in tight. I want my elbows in tight because then when he goes to pull up on my elbow, it's much harder. Oh, look what he did with his leg. He may not realize he was going to do that, but he gave it to me. Okay? Might happen during a roll, might not. My elbows are protected. This arm is framing against his hip because now when he goes to ride his knees up high, so much harder, right? This leg is flat. This leg is flat here because now when he goes to get the hooks in, so much harder. And also this leg, I like to actually ride it over. Reason being is because if at any point he lifts his leg up or his whatever, I can drive it in and get out from there. That's my general mount position. So let's just do here like this. Boom. We're here like this. Everything is flat. I'm on my side. I'm turned. I'm not way too far. If I'm too far like this, he's going to take my back. So I'm tilted. I'm like tilted maybe like 45 degrees. Don't go 90 degrees because then they're going to take your back. We don't want that to happen. So we want to be here like this. 45 degrees. Here, everything's protected. He tries to ride up high. It's hard. He tries to pull up my elbows. It's hard. Here, I also go like this. He makes his legs active or whatever reason. I can start pulling in. Let's say for some reason he's making his foot heavy. I can possibly lift up like this and get out. Many different escapes you can do, but we're talking about position. So if Danilo comes off, we're here, one. Here, look, I'm not like this. I'm kind of like on an angle. Here, this applies all gi and no gi. Doesn't really matter. Here, like this. Here, that's the mount. Let's quickly talk about knee on belly. Knee on belly sucks. Seriously, honestly. The person who gave me my black belt, Jared Wiener, super strong knee on belly. He's made me tap in the past to knee on belly. I always have to work towards it. But let's say we're here, right? Knee on belly is very similar. But look at my elbow. My elbow is down tight to his knee. Don't put your hand here, knee on belly. There's arm bars, there's kimuras they can do. I want my elbow right inside his knee, like this, here. I'm still getting to my side. I want to make it like knee on hip. The reason being is because now he doesn't have that rib pressure anymore. He doesn't have that stomach pressure. And then I can start working to shrimp out. So what I'm doing is this. It's like a knee. I want to force his knee to my hip bone. So that way I can be on my side. It's very similar to side control. Here, also blocking the cross face. Then we can start working our escapes, and I can do the same escapes, side control as well. That's just like a starter, like precursor into this situation. Scarf hold. Don't ever let them control of your near side arm here. Right, so if we get here, he gets control of my near side arm. This is a done deal, especially against a bigger dude. Here, so my transitional escape, if I need to drop my elbow, let's say he had side control on me, right? And he was even here. He had good side control, but I feel him move. So I move, bam, look, I dropped his elbow. I want to tuck this tight. Now he goes to pull my arm up. Everything's tight. Look, I'm blocking I'm almost cupping my face here. And now I get to my side. Work the same escapes. So scarf hold, I'm like this. I want to get this elbow to my hip. More often than not, like people go to scarf hold off the side control, so they'll transition, then I gotta go like this, bam. I elbow myself in the hip. Still want to block crossface and everything. Push on the hip with your elbow, come back, boom, we do our escapes. I possibly even take his back. These are just some things. I'm not going in depth. I just want to give you ideas. Proper position helps you. And this is against bigger individuals too. It still works. If you have bad position and you go flat, scarf hold, or let's say knee on belly, go back to knee on belly. If he gets his knee on my stomach here, like this, and he pulls up my arm, this sucks, right? But if I already got here, see my arms, and this, look, I'm pushing his knee to my hip. Now when he goes, I can breathe. I can breathe. I can turn my hips. I can get out. Proper position wins. North-south, big thing with north-south is you got to free your chest. Many different escapes you can do from north-south, but the big thing is you got to free your chest. Watch the videos on north-south escaping on how I talk about like that bumping motion. But if he has north-south on me here, like this, and my chest is not free and he's crushing my face, and he's turning my face one direction, like this is a done deal. This is going to be tough for me to deal with, right? So what I like to free my chest. And now when he goes to get the control, much harder. I can start working to escape. Doesn't matter how big the person is. Even if Danilo put a lot of weight on me, right? And I'm here and I was able to bounce, right? Work to free my chest. Now I can start to escape. You know, the reality of it is it's easier said than done. He's a live individual trying to keep his own control. He's going to be doing his transitional controls as well. He's going to be working on his position. He's going to try to stop me from doing my proper positioning when it comes to escaping. And is whoever gets the better timing wins. So not only do you have to work on these proper positions that I quickly showed you, you have to do them with proper timing. And that basically goes to the transitional stuff. We have to get here during transition. We don't get here after. Like, this doesn't happen. This is much harder. Say a side control on me. This is a bad position. Once we get settled here, now we either have to do certain things, jailbreaks, frames, right? Pushing, jackhammer movements, bah, 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 like shaking, right? I like to do shaking movements. A lot of people, they just push on the face, like steady here, and like, it doesn't work. But if I shake, like I'm gonna make his life a little bit more miserable. But this takes a lot more work. And this isn't in transition. I gotta get here like sooner, right away. This is what helps you stop against bigger people. In the future, or even on the Grapplers Guide, right? I'm gonna go over how to possibly escape against a bigger person when they are settled on you. But this is what these videos are about. These are about setting yourself up for success, right? Some people aren't gonna like these. They're not gonna like it because they're gonna be like, oh, well, he didn't teach me how to escape from side control against a bigger person in this particular video. And that's fine. Like, you don't have to like what I'm teaching you. I'm telling you straight up, if you have this mindset, it's gonna make your life much easier in regards to escaping. So definitely focus on these things, because if you don't, it's gonna make your life in jiu-jitsu and grappling much, much harder. This is gi or no gi. It doesn't really matter if you're wearing the gi or you're not wearing the gi. Definitely focus on these concepts because they're very important. If you have any questions, send me an email or post below. All right? Peace.